How you going? What's up? So today I just want to talk a little bit about the sort of pattern that happens for a lot of people where you kind of like wake up in the day, things are going pretty well, you go about your business, you go off to work or school or whatever it is that you're doing in the day, and like some point in the day, like your confidence can sort of shift and your belief in yourself can kind of shift, and it's usually got a bit of an energy drop. Yeah, you with me? All right, cool. So let's talk about that. So there's many like physiological reasons why that happens as well. It could be your stress, it could be your sleep, it could be your eating habits. That's kind of not what I'm talking about today. What I'm talking about is kind of what's going on in your mind, what your beliefs are sort of saying. And so let's just jump straight on this because I think it's something that we can all do. So if you're like me, you've probably at some point caught yourself comparing yourself to others. And you you feel crap when you do that because either number one, you're comparing yourself to others to make yourself feel better, or you're comparing yourself to other people who are apparently doing so much better than you that it like kind of pushes you down and you start to feel basically depressed. Like it's a total energy drain. It's a total mindset drain. And what it does is it builds up the inner critic, which is basically like whipping and judging you. And it's not like someone else is doing it, you're doing it to yourself, okay? And so what it does is instead of your confidence being here, it kind of brings it down into this narrow band. And then when you hit a challenge in life, you basically see it as failure. And you're like, I can't do that. I'm a failure. I just can't do it. I give up. And then what does that do? Negative downward spiral, builds up the inner critic, whip me some more, and like let's just keep on judging ourselves until we're like in a pit of like neurosis, okay? Like neurosis is literally, somebody who lacks so much confidence that they become neurotic. They're actually worried and they're in a state of fight and flight, releasing like, cortisol and stress hormones. That is not a healthy way to be, and that is not like a natural way to live. Now, for some people, that is normal, but it certainly isn't natural, okay? There's a big difference between normal and natural. All right, so what I have found in my journey that really helps maintain confidence, basically I'll start with purpose, all right? Purpose is amazing. Why is it amazing? Well, it's been proven by science that it's not when you attain a goal, it's when you're in alignment and walking the path towards that goal that it releases all the positive emotions. Okay, you start to feel, confidence, joy, you feel value in your life, you kind of feel like there's a sense of freedom. And then what happens with that is your harmonic resonance, like the resonance that your vibration that you put out, it's kind of like in alignment with something greater than yourself. And then what happens is you magnetize more into your life, so when you start acting as if you're on your purpose, things will start to lift and aid you. It's a phenomenon, but I put it down to like, changing your frequency. And so this is a key to like maintaining confidence because you can put up with a lot more in your life if you know that you're moving towards something that means a lot to you. All right? And this is work I love to do with people. I like to help people obviously achieve their goals, but actually create like deep, sacred purpose in their life that can actually carry them through any challenges in life. All right? Any challenges. Because you can get knocked down, but you can get up again because you've got something greater that's calling you. And then when you're back on track, again, you delete the randomness, your focus is moving forward, positive emotions start flowing, you get lifted and aided because your frequency becomes magnetic and you start attracting more things into your life that actually support that higher meaning, okay? I'd love to go into that deeper today, but that's just one point that I wanted to make. The other point that I wanted to make is that, in life, a lot of us think that like life happens to us. And when we hit a failure, it's all too easy to compare ourselves to our failures, okay? So basically, don't compare yourself to your failures. Like, I've got 3 kids, and if you've ever had kids and you see them try to walk, they stumble, they fall. They get up, they stumble, they fall. If they kept comparing themselves to failure, then they would never walk. They wouldn't. They just wouldn't. And you might have heard the old saying that it's the muscles that the child builds by constantly getting up again that eventually gives it the strength to walk, okay? And so in our life, especially when we do the self-comparison thing, and then we eventually like build up the inner critic and we start whipping ourselves and becoming neurotic in the world, like our ability, well, we see things through a negative frame. So to reframe that, it's kind of like when you play a video game. When you play a video game, you don't like fall into a pit, and your character falls into a pit, and then you just chuck the remote and go, that's it, I'm no good, I'm worthless, I'm not doing that again, and you retreat. No. What do? You kind of see it go, oh, that's a challenge. Like, I know that there's a pit there, so I'm going to run up fast as the pit. I'm going to like leap over it a little bit later and make sure I get across because I know now that that pit's there. So you see it as a challenge. So like, if we can become a little bit more lighthearted about like life, if we can become more able to like have a goal and a purpose and keep ourselves in alignment to that, which builds our confidence up, which keeps us resilient and kind of deletes the randomness / self-comparison, keeps that pesky inner critic off our shoulder, well, guess what happens? We then start to see life as a series of challenges. And it doesn't matter if I pass them or not, because the fact that life is happening the way that it is more or less the way that it could be. Okay, it's presenting me with an opportunity. It's up to me what I make in shape of that. Okay, but look, I don't want to go on too much. I just wanted to share this little video for you. I hope you got some value out of it. If you'd like to check out, join my online community, there'll be a button down below. I'd love you to jump on, ask some questions. I'll do a video and you can like share with like-minded people as yourself. It's called Flow, Abundance, Mastery. And so I hope that you get more flow and abundance and mastery in your life. Otherwise, I will catch you again soon. Bye for now.